Okay, here we have some oil from the waste fryer from Moose Club. You can see it's real clear, and that's the best stuff to use. And there's no particles in it. And I'm going to put it through a paint filter very slowly. And you can see it goes through the filter very readily. That's the first stage of filtration, and I'm looking for chunks and any discoloration in the oil. They'll let me know that the oil is in good shape. You can see the color is very good. Some of it gets a lot darker. This is very light. And this oil is settled for a week. Turn it off. Here's some other oil, same Moose Club, and it's a little darker. And it's going right through that filter nice. That's what I want, about a pencil-sized stream. Lets me know that it's going right through that paint filter. Going right through that paint filter, real good rate. That's what I want to see. If it gets too slow through the filter, I change filters. That's the first stage. Little kerosene. Now I'm adding the kerosene to my mixture of oil. About 20% kerosene is good. Jet fuel works. You can see I've got some water in the bottom of the pail. I'll stop before that goes through the filter. You don't want that water in there. Now I'm adding the gasoline. You can see the dark color. This is old stale boat motor gas that I got from Marina. Some of it has oil in it. This looks like it's got maybe some oil in it because it's a dark color. But that won't hurt the diesel. It can go up to 10-20% with gasoline. We're going to use for fuel. Now the only thing left to do is to filter it for a few minutes with a goldenrod regular old fuel filter, 10 to 5 microns. Seems to be good enough for the old Benz. Nothing left to do but crank. About 100 turns gives me 5 gallons. So we'll be cranking on this, and we'll talk to you later after we fill it up. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're back at the 75 Mercedes-Benz, and you can see in the picture here the first stage of filtration exactly from the tank. I've installed two. One, the oil comes in here and goes through this series of hoses to some transmission coolers that I've installed behind the fan and the radiator, so I'm introducing some heat. And then it comes out, goes through another simple filter into the fuel pump, the injector pump, where it's pumped to high pressure to the primary filter before it goes to the high pressure injectors. And I've installed a vacuum gauge here so I can tell how hard my pump is pulling from the tank. Lets me know what condition my filters are in, and just gives me an idea if they're needed to be changed. And they change very quickly, and if you can't blow through them, then they need to be changed and the engine will stall. Alright, this is a procedure for starting this diesel. First you turn the high speed idle up, and then turn the key, and then this is the fuel valve, the fuel cutoff valve, and also it's a glow plug circuit. So when I pull this knob, you should be able to see this dim, which lets me know my glow plugs are operational, and it did dim down. So we wait a few seconds here, and this is the salt shaker here that will glow, letting me know that my glow plugs are all well and hot. So it just takes a little bit of time to warm up the glow plugs before this will start. And you can see that's just starting to glow in the salt shaker here. And usually I'll count to 5, and then I'll finish pulling the knob, and that engages the starter. One more time. This vegetable fuel is hard to ignite on a cold engine, and this engine is cold. It was about 65 degrees last night. So we'll glow it one more time. I did harm my salt shaker by glowing it for a minute at a time, and that's much too long. But it does need to glow before the engine will fire. Okay, the oil pressure came right up, and we'll let that warm up for a few minutes, and then we'll pull over to the fuel pump and put some fuel in it. And let's take a look at my vacuum gauge too. Inside the engine. The vacuum gauge is running about 5 pounds, and that's acceptable. It smells good. Here we are at the fuel station. As you see, I've got a 55-gallon drum here, and it's about half full of vegetable oil, kerosene. I've got some diesel in there and some gasoline, and we're just going to pump it through this filter, the goldenrod filter. Filter's about 10 microns, is a standard fuel filter, and we'll put in about 120 cranks, which will be about 6 gallons, and we're good to go on the road.